All right, thank you, John. Okay, so let's do a challenge here. 4.2.1. Branches with equality and inequality operators. Enter the output. All right, let's start. Excuse me. Number of puppies equals 5. If the number of puppies is equal to 4, then print B. Otherwise, print D. And then after that, we'll print K. So let's see. So we go along. This is false. So we don't do this. We skip out and go to here and we do the else. So we're going to print the D. Oh, and by the way, we better do that since it's a print statement. And then we're all done with the if else. We're all done with this. Whichever path we took, we took. And now we're back out at this level again. And we're going to do the next statement, which is this. And so that would be a K, followed by a this. Let's see if this is right. All right, it is. See, so in Python, we have to indent, okay? It's a requirement. If we don't, if this is not indented, it means something completely different, or it admits it's wrong. But for a long time, before there was Python, a lot of the languages, they started indenting just because it was easier to follow. And that's how we kind of got away from flowcharts. All right, I'm going to do us a favor and do number 2 here. And number of apples is equal to 6. If the number of apples is not equal to 4, then do this. Otherwise, do the else. Well, this is true. The number of apples is not equal to 4. It's equal to 6. So we're going to print the C. And then we're done with the if, then else. And then we're going to go down here. And oh, this is print H. Okay, so I'll print an H. And all right. This one, basic if else. Write an if else statement for the following. Let's start this up. If barcode check digit is equal to 7, then if that's true, then you want to do this. Otherwise, if it's not true, if this is not true, in other words, if it's equal to something other than 7, then we want to do this. Okay, and that's what we want to put here. If, look at this. Tell you what, I'm going to just be lazy. I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to convert it into program code. So I'm going to have if, let's see, well, Python is picky, a capital I, it does not work. It's got to be a lowercase I. If barcode check digit, that works, is equal to, well, that's just, remember we learned before, if it's equal to, if it's equal to, then do something. And the first thing we say is what to do if it's true. So I'm going to go enter. Oh, look, it automatically indents for me. And I guess what it is it's execute. So execute just means do this, do that. Okay. And then it looks like we're done, but then we have this else. So that's usually down here. However, it's going to be lowercase, and it should be indented here. And I think we put a colon, right? And we don't need this word execute equals that, which is that. So I guess, and we don't put the period there. I think that's all it is. Let's see if that's correct. It is. All right. They're not giving me a lot of choices here. So I'm gonna say what I would do with the next one, but I'm not going to click the check. You're going to have to click the check. I'm going to take this, copy, I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to say, let's see, is not, do this, else, do this. Now let's do this. So same kind of thing, except for this is let's make this a if. Well, fix this so it's just lowercase. Fix this so it's just lowercase. Is not equal to is as John, as you'll notice John saying in his video, it's bang equal, and oh, this should be a colon, not a comma. And then of course we don't need the we don't need this period. We don't need this period. But this works because this is an actual variable. This is an actual variable. This works because this is an actual variable. That's our, I assume it is. Yeah, it is. We print it out here. And we don't need this execute thing. So you can get rid of this. Get rid of this. Make this lowercase I, lowercase e, and that should work. Yeah, you can finish that. So here's John, and then at the end of this video you just watched, John watched him present. He talks about these LF, these multi-branch ifs. You can have as many of them as you want. Okay, so here he goes through this. He goes through this example right here in nice detail. All right, so let's do this challenge. If non-dominant companies is 2, I'd put duopoly. Otherwise, I'd put not a duopoly. So we're going to read that in. And if that's equal to, if this is, if what is read in is equal to 2, then you want to print that out. Otherwise, you want to print that out. So I like being lazy. Actually, this isn't really how you code, but I do this to just so you can see like what the difference is. Why is oh, I gotta press start. All right. So if what we just read in is equal to 2, we don't use the word then, do we, in this language? It's not output, it's print, parentheses, duopoly, and otherwise means else, right? Colon. Well, we gotta do this and then do print. Okay, so this should work. Is that all we do? All right, so you can do number 2 and I'll do number 3. If number of sides is 3, I'll put a triangle. If number of sides is 4, I'll put a square. If number of sides is equal to 6, do a hexagon. You ever see the movie Hidden Figures? Anyway, so I'm going to put some code here, and if it's not 3 or 4 or 6, you just output other polygon. So you go if number of sides equals 3 colon, and then we're going to do something, print triangle. Otherwise, I got to put elf. That's right, it's elf. elif, it's the only language where we actually would combine the else and the if into one. In other languages, they'll just make it one word, else if. Number of sides equals, what's the next one? 4. If that's the case, print square. Elif, number of sides equals 6. Print hexagon. Otherwise, print other polygon. You know, I'm going to try something. I'm just going to see if this works. I bet you this will work, because they can't be so restrictive that they force you to do this indenting all the time. It seems like that shouldn't matter. Let's see what happens. I'm going to. Oh my, it worked. Well, don't you do it this way. All right, what's next? Oh, it's time to watch section 4.3. Let's watch John's video, okay?